Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of compelling sources, or today, one incredibly rich and detailed one, and extract the nuggets of knowledge you need.
And today's source is really something.
It is. You are about to meet one of the most dynamic, driven protagonists we've encountered, a young woman named Fen Fang.
It's an absorbing narrative structured as 20 intensely personal fragments that chronicle about a decade of her life. And Fen Fang's journey, it begins with this really stunning declaration. She states quite plainly that her youth began when she was 21.
21. That sounds like a late start to life.
It does, but she has this rationale that it cuts to the quick of modern Chinese societal pressure.
Okay.
She was absolutely determined to skip the fate of what she calls the average dumb Chinese peasant who leaps straight from childhood to middle age with nothing in between.
Wow. So she's not just leaving, she's trying to skip an entire phase of life she sees as inevitable for people like her.
Exactly. Her mission was crystal clear. Escape, succeed, and, crucially, find those elusive, highly desirable, shiny things in life, making sure some of them were earmarked just for her.
And that's our mission today, isn't it? To
Yeah.
unpack this constant, often bruising tension that defines her existence.
It is, because on one side, you have her humble rural roots, a life she views as suffocating and, well, primitive.
And on the other,
The chaotic, exhilarating, often profoundly cynical push of modern life in Beijing.
right.
And Fen Feng's anecdotes, they're far from being just personal stories. They really function as these precise little micro stories that illustrate the massive cultural and societal transformations happening across China at, the turn of the millennium.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start where she started, the place she was running from. So this idea of rural stagnation, tell us about that.
We begin with what she calls just that, the rural stagnation. It's detailed so powerfully in Fragment 7. Her home was Ginger Hill Village, Yellow Rock Council in Zhejiang province.
Wow.
And she dismisses it immediately. She calls it a nothing place that won't be found on any map of China, which just emphasizes its utter insignificance in the grand scheme of this rising nation.
And what defined that insignificance for her? What was the feeling on the ground?
It was the psychological landscape of her home. She describes it as a house of silence.
A house of silence.
Yeah. Her parents never talked to each other. They never